Hi, I'm Tim Gillen, and I'm the founder of the Everett and Austin Project. That's the names of my boys, Everett and Austin, and they were born in 1994 and 1996. And both boys were diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy in 1997 when they were 3 years old and 1 year old. And all through the years that they lived, we saw them gradually lose abilities, from being able to walk to being able to brush their teeth to being able to feed themselves. And in the end, it was they couldn't scratch their eyebrows even. I remember getting woke up with Everett's doorbell one time, and at 3:30 a.m. and all he wanted to do was scratch his eyebrow. It was bothering him in the night. So, but both boys taught us all a lot. Everybody who knew them and everybody who gets to know them now, they teach us about what's important in life. I'm a big baseball fan, and I love the Yankees, and I love to play softball still, and but that wasn't very important to them. I remember about 10 years ago in 2008, I asked Everett, do you ever wish you could ski? And he says, no, that would hurt. And I paused, and I didn't try to explain what I meant. I just kind of took what he said and thought about it, and he was fine with how he was. As disabled as he was fine with that, and he didn't want to change. He didn't have any desires to be able to be well-bodied enough to ski, which for most of us it's just, we don't even think that way. We think, oh, I want to play baseball, I want to hit home runs, but they didn't really care about that. I remember like a year or so before Austin died. He died in 2012. So this had to be like 2010, 2011, and we were in their mom's kitchen, and we're crowded with their power wheelchairs, and I remember talking about the Yankees, how Jeter had done something, or I don't know, the Yankees had won, and I was teasing them, razzing them, because I knew they didn't care. I said I told them they won or whatever, and they're like, oh, great, thanks, Dad. And Austin, he was such a kidder. He says, Dad, I just don't get it why people want to run around in a circle just to get back to the same spot. I don't get it. And we all we all laughed about that. But basically, in a nutshell, those two stories kind of tell you, contentment and just regular enjoyment of life.